Have you noticed how certain thoughts feel like stones tied to your chest? You go through the day doing what needs to be done, yet at some point a familiar weight appears. Fear of losing someone, the lingering memory of something that ended, the tension of not being able to control what comes next. It feels like trying to hold water in your hands, draining your energy without realizing that the real source of that heaviness is not outside you, but in the invisible grip you maintain on what should have already moved on. Why does it hurt so much when something leaves? Because instead of acknowledging endings as a natural rhythm, you treat each departure as a threat to your identity, as if nothing mattered unless it lasted forever. And what pierces you more deeply? The disappearance itself or your refusal to accept it? Pain rises from resistance. When you demand permanence from what exists only in motion, the one who breaks is not the world, but your heart, fighting an unwinnable battle. Before continuing, I want to invite you to do something simple but meaningful. Scroll to the comments and write, "Today, I stop suffering over what I cannot control. I am free." Treat it as a personal declaration. And if these words already resonate with you, remember to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who lives caught in the fear of losing. Your gesture helps expand the transformation that is beginning in you. Everything starts when a quiet idea forms. This cannot change. This person must stay. This moment should last forever. The instant those thoughts solidify, something once light and beautiful becomes a restraint. You stop enjoying what stands before you and begin trying to slow time. You understand that sunsets vanish and songs end, yet with relationships and life phases, that acceptance disappears. What was affection becomes control. What was natural becomes possession. The suffering is not caused by connection, but by the attempt to own what was never yours to keep. As this need for certainty grows, subtle inner prisons rise. You demand assurances that no one can truly give, interpret care as obligation, transform presence into surveillance. You call it love, but underneath it all lies fear. Marcus Aurelius recognized that genuine affection cherishes another's freedom because a bond built on choice is stronger than one built on dependency. The more you expect others to fill your internal voids, the more fragile the relationship becomes. Another hidden cage is the past idealized. Your mind returns, edits scenes, rewrites moments, looking for explanations that no longer matter. Nostalgia polishes memories, removing their shadows and leaving only a polished illusion. The present, imperfect by nature, never competes with that embellished before. Releasing the past does not erase emotion or deny meaning. It simply places each chapter where it belongs, behind you. Honor what it taught you, acknowledge who you were then, and free the energy trapped in what already fulfilled its purpose. Meanwhile, your inner peace remains dependent on external changes. You tell yourself you will relax when you earn more, when someone validates you, when a specific problem ends, when the weekend arrives or vacations begin. But life refuses to align perfectly. Jobs shift, bodies age, relationships transform, recognition doesn't always come. If your calm depends on these variables, the best you can achieve are brief pauses, never true serenity. Fear of loss then steals the only time that actually exists, the present. You sit with someone you love, yet part of your awareness is already anticipating an imagined goodbye. You experience something joyful, but a portion of your mind mourns its eventual end. Your body reacts to scenarios that exist only in your imagination. You suffer twice, once before anything happens and once if it actually occurs, and often the second never arrives. The cost of that anticipation is enormous. You exchange real moments for hypothetical pain, accepting that everything changes, including yourself, is not coldness, it is clarity. The you from 5 years ago is gone. Thoughts, fears, goals, and perspectives have evolved. You are in constant flow, more river than stone, even though you insist on resisting your own current. When something pleasant ends, you name it loss. When something difficult persists, you call it unfair. Both reactions stem from the wish that life should follow your terms instead of its own evolving rhythm. Recognizing the beauty of the temporary awakens a different form of gratitude. Some of the most significant experiences are the briefest: a sincere embrace, a meaningful exchange that lasts minutes, a moment of insight that shifts your direction. Value does not depend on duration, it arises from presence. True gratitude does not beg, "May this last forever." It quietly says, "Thank you for existing, even for this short time." This attitude dissolves the fear of endings and allows you to live fully in the moments that actually happen. It is in this understanding that real freedom emerges. Not absence of responsibility, but release of internal dependency. Each unnecessary expectation you let go of returns energy to you. Instead of spending it trying to maintain what cannot be held, you invest it in what is genuinely yours to shape: your posture, your discipline, your decisions. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling an empire, understood that the only lasting dominion is over one's own mind. Everything we explored leads to a single clarity: prolonged suffering is born from resisting the natural flow of existence. Life moves and you try to pause it. Things arrive and you insist they stay. People evolve and you hope they never change. When you realize you don't have that power, you hurt. Yet at every moment you have a quiet choice: tighten your grip or open your hand. One path creates tension, the other does not remove challenges, but allows you to walk through them with steadiness. If this message spoke to something inside you, remember to like, subscribe, and share it so others can also breathe a little lighter. Together we continue cultivating a steadier, freer, more resilient way of living.